the real question which needs to be asked is this: what can we do to be a healthier herd? Now, that herd begins with a herd of one, and that is you. As you know, I've been discussing that we need to find a way forward, and I've been taking a lot of flack for it. But ironically, about a week ago, the World Health Organization all but admitted containment is not an option, and holding out for a vaccine, if one is developed, is not in the cards for the foreseeable future. Without directly saying it, they were essentially saying we have to learn to coexist with COVID-19. Now, what they failed to say was how we need to manage its spread through the population as best we can while doing all possible to protect those most vulnerable. The hard data demonstrates this virus is not the next Black Plague or Ebola. An overwhelming majority of people who are infected range from asymptomatic to a flu that does not require a hospital visit. Now, we know full well who the most vulnerable are, where they reside, and how to protect them. Now, and I've covered all this in prior posts, so it's time to move this discussion forward. So now, the real question which needs to be asked is this: what can we do to be a healthier herd? Now, that herd begins with a herd of one, and that is you. If anything, COVID-19 is a real life, not a virtual, call to action. Whether it's getting exposed to COVID-19, getting exposed to a vaccine, or training up for your next event, becoming the best version of yourself is now not just an imperative, but it's a must. So today I'm going to talk about how you can do that and why you need to do it. So one, you need to optimize your fat metabolism. This is the physiology evolution conferred upon us. We are meant to metabolize fat for our aerobic energy needs. Modern man has moved from that evolutionary model of being a super fat burner to being a super fat storer. And one of the main comorbidities of COVID-19 is obesity. Two, get your vitamin D, whether from the sun or a supplement. You need to get your serum 25 hydroxyvitamin D levels above 50. Yes, 50, not 30. 30 is the bottom of the medical reference range and far from optimal. While I fully realize correlation is not causation, there is an overwhelmingly tight inverse correlation between vitamin D levels and the severity of colds, flus, or coronaviruses. So the higher vitamin D, the less the impact of the cold or the corona. Three, get your vitamin C, your ascorbic acid up. Vitamin C is a potent antioxidant, so whether you're training for an Ironman or an ultra, or back on the street facing exposure to COVID-19, try to get at least 500 to 1,500 milligrams of ascorbic acid a day. Four, get aerobic. A huge part of OFM is expanding that fast-based physiology through a variety of training modalities to build your aerobic engine. COVID-19 is a SARS coronavirus, so reaching your aerobic potential is key for your personal herd health as much as it is to being able to crush your next competition or training block. Five, get outside and get moving. Sunlight, fresh air, and physical activity. So, whether you're getting off the couch, coming out from a shelter in place, or a seasoned endurance athlete intrigued by what fat-adapted athletes are achieving by tapping into their limitless energy, you've arrived at the source for fat-adapted performance. Now, none of these strategies cost a lot of money in reality, and what money you do spend will be the best investment you can make in your health and performance. And I'd like to close off with this picture, because this picture really sums it all up. The best way to tackle corona is outside with aerobic activity, lots of sun, a twist of vitamin C, and a dose of downtime from the stress of modern life. Does this look difficult? So if you have any questions on how to build your herd immunity to whatever life throws at you, give us a shout. Thanks very much.